What is going on, everybody? It is Dylan with DFS bringing you a brand new video. Today's video, I'm going over Week 2's quarterbacks to target in cash games. So this is Wednesday morning before practices and stuff like that. So there's still information with injuries to go on that can affect both quarterback and the offense in general. So let's just break it down. All these prices and stuff like that, all of this is just copied from DraftKings, just put into a spreadsheet that you guys can get with your subscription package. So if you guys are interested in getting all of this that you could check out weekly, just join our Discord and we'll give you all the information on how to join. So Patrick Mahomes is the only quarterback above 8K this week, and rightfully so. If Travis Kelce is active, this makes me like Mahomes a whole lot more. They have the highest total by 4 points as of right now. Last year against Jacksonville, he had 6 touchdowns in 2 games. The one he got hurt, so he didn't finish. And they have the third best passing advantage according to PFF this week. So Patrick Mahomes is a huge like for me. Granted, he is 8,300, and if you are stacking with Kelce, it's very expensive. Now, if Kelce's out, there's not as much love for this as there would be, just because we all saw what happened with Kansas City week 1. A lot of underperformance by the Kansas City pass catcher, so definitely something to worry about if Kelce is out, but if he's active, Patrick Mahomes is definitely yes. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson are the next two, 79 and 77. These two guys, as of right now, I'm okay with playing, right? If salary allows, I don't feel like they're the greatest cash plays as of this moment. But I do think there are plays that to get ownership of. So Josh Allen, you can see the notes, second highest total at 47. I think there's 2 games at 47. They have the 7th best pass advantage according to PFF, and then just going against a very bad Raiders secondary who got the best of Denver for the majority of the game, but we all know that Buffalo's a way better offense than Denver. And then comes Lamar at 77. Cincinnati allowed 45 rushing yards to Deshaun Watson last week, right? Mark Andrews is supposed to be back from everything that we hear. I really like the tight ends this week, so hopefully they're healthy and gives us more options. Last year, it was some struggles with Lamar in that offense, but we all know it's a different offensive coordinator, and if Mark Andrews is in, it's a huge plus. Dobbins is unfortunately done for the season, but having Zay Flowers, Odell, and Bateman healthy is definitely a plus for Lamar in this matchup. 77, like I said, it's not a full cash play yet, but he is getting pretty close there. Next is Justin Herbert, 7,000 against Tennessee. Tennessee's a really good team. I mean, we kind of saw last week against the run. Pretty much stopped Jamal Williams, and that was, the only running back. But I've said their defensive front, their box basically is really good. It's their secondary that is poor. But if you guys could see, it's 300 plus passing yards to New Orleans last week. The defensive backs I mentioned are bad, but this Chargers offense with Eckler questionable with the ankle injury. I know we're all still waiting to see how that develops into the week, but as of right now, he's questionable. So regardless, they ran the ball really good last week. Herbert didn't have to throw the ball as much. I believe this can be a game where Justin Herbert throws 300 plus yards, really gets a connection going with Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnson. Hopefully Mike Williams is good to go. They didn't really use Gerald Everett at all. So that's concerning for me. I liked him going into this year. But Joe Burrow is a cash play for me. I have 3 as of right now in cash that I like. Another top 10 PFF pass advantage. Baltimore secondary has been poor. And it's a game, so you guys could see, should be a shootout, which I just expected a lot of points in this game. Typically, the games have been closer and lower scoring, under 45 points between these two teams. But Cincinnati had a weak week one, and Baltimore won, but it wasn't, I think, as good as they'd like it to be. So both quarterbacks in this matchup, I just like Joe Burrow for about $800 cheaper. Probably some more consistency in the pass game until that Baltimore passing offense can get it clicking fully. Joe Burrow is the better play in my opinion, especially for the price. Trevor Lawrence, if you like the game, the 51 total is definitely something to always consider when you're doing DFS. It's just looking to see where the books have games to see if it's high scoring, low scoring. Add some more diversity in picking players. But yeah, as of right now, he's just a tournament play. He's someone that I do think can pop off. Kansas City's defense was pretty solid. I think the most part, besides Amon-Ra, just destroying that defense. Now, Trevor Lawrence has that upside of Christian Kirk, Calvin Ridley, Evan Ingram, a good run game. So, Jacksonville's not going to go down without a fight. I think they're going to put a really good showing on and could knock Kansas City down 0-2. But according to PFF, they have a bottom 10. It's almost close to the top 5 worst pass advantage. And Kansas City just got their best defensive player back. They got that contract signed, so he should be in this game. Anthony Richardson, another tournament here. Two quarterbacks, two top 5 quarterbacks at that rookie quarterbacks. Division game, like a lot going into this. I think it's going to be a gritty game, low scoring if I had to guess, but the bruised knee is something to watch out for, and we'll see how it develops throughout the week. But I think it's a good matchup for him to get some rushing yards in a game like this where Houston has, I think, a solid defense. Their head coach is, a defensive-minded coach, so that's going to be something they focus on until they can develop their offense better. They have a top 10, another team that has a top 10 pass advantage, and then Houston allowing 3 rushing touchdowns to Baltimore last week. I think speaks for Anthony Richardson potentially getting a rushing touchdown in this matchup. But as of right now, he's more of a tournament play. It's not something I love in cash, but I do want to get some exposure to in GPP tournaments. So definitely something there. Jared Goff at 6,200 facing Seattle. This one's an interesting one. I expected Seattle's defense to be a lot better than what they were, especially against the Rams. We saw what the Rams were last year. And besides Cooper Kupp and Tyler Higbee, there wasn't much. But LA put 30 on Seattle's defense. There's some injuries offensively and defensively. Geno did not look good past, I think, the first quarter, in my opinion. But this is another high total. It's another 47-1. They gave Detroit the 4th best pass advantage for the week. And Seattle, 3rd most passing yards allowed. So definitely something to look out for Jared Goff. And Gibbs kind of got underutilized in game 1. I think they're going to use him a lot more, and that opens up the possibilities for Jared Goff. Played really good with Reynolds. Amon-Ra got targeted a lot. Laporta had a pretty solid game, so I feel like this Detroit offense is a team to target, especially this week. Daniel Jones is a tournament play for me, and that's only because they're playing Arizona, right? That is the only reason is they're playing Arizona. He's going to run the ball. How much is he going to run for? Is it going to be efficient? Is he actually going to be able to pass the ball to Darren Waller? That Giants offense, I won't even say it's Daniel Jones' fault. They just looked like a deer in headlights against Dallas. It was bad. But I do like him this week for tournament plays. I do want some exposure to him facing Arizona. And at $6,000, I think it's a fair enough price. Going down, Jordan Love, 5,500 against Atlanta. Has the 2nd best PFF pass blocking or passing advantage. I really like him if Christian Watson does come back. If not, he's more of a tournament to not really getting exposure to him. Romeo Dobbs did play, had a snap count, perform. Musgrave looked good as well. Got Aaron Jones involved in the passing game, which was huge. Jaden Reed had a good game, but if Christian Watson's in, Atlanta's got some pieces defensively that they can hang with. So Jordan Love 5,500 is on that trend to getting exposure, but we'll see how the week plays out. And then lastly is Baker Mayfield down here at 5,100. Has the best PFF pass advantage. Bears gave up the third most fantasy quarterback points to quarterback last week, which was Jordan Love here, and Kyler Gordon is out, so Bears missing another secondary piece. Tyreek Stevenson, Jalen Johnson, Brisker, and Eddie Jackson. Some solid pieces there, but if Baker could play pretty efficient, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Kate Otten, get Rashard White involved a little more, I think they can put some points up against this Bears defense, who didn't get a lot of pressure either against Jordan Love, and they had a really solid offensive line. Tampa Bay also has a really solid, really good offensive line. So Baker Mayfield at 5,100 is definitely a quarterback I consider paying down to this week, especially in tournament plays. So that is it. Like I said, this video is going up Wednesday morning before practices. I will have a video going out Saturday evening, Sunday morning. Not decided when I want to put it out yet, of the final play. So if you guys are interested, please check that out later in the week. If you guys subscribe, it'll pop up right there in the subscription. So definitely check that out. If you guys are interested in joining us, the link for Discord will be in the description. Very cheap package for what we offer. So if you guys are interested in that, we've been very successful in DFS and helping people build their bankroll. So that is the goal and objective for us. So if you guys are interested, join that. All the socials will be in the description down below. And we'll see you guys in the next one.